wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down the finish.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
We got this.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
What happened?
And now to the air, Dalton. Open man is Uzomah. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
We go tonight. Let's play. Go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
I know he does that. He does that every time he needs a big play.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. You know, you wonder how the Rams' game plan in Super Bowl 53 might have been different with a healthy Cooper Kupp. He was injured on November 11th, torn ACL, out for the year. But he was on his way to a 1,000-yard season in his second NFL campaign. Had 566 yards in 8 games before the injury. Rolling to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Goff on first down. He hits his running back, Pooh-2-Aj18's. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. We're scoreless after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On second down now, it's Hunt, and the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
We go, Todd! 180!
It's outside, guys. It's outside.
Yeah, we're cold.
Motion.
Super! Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about being 4-down territory.
Incomplete. It's 4th and goal at the 3-yard line.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Hands up. Lead.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here you go. Kick. Hands up.
Dalton here from the gun. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. It's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now this throw caught left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
A Ram 1st down as Goff finds Kupp.
And the Rams.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On 1st down, it's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Goff. And Woods has it complete. 27 yards there, a first down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
We go tonight. Like 20. Horrible. Hey, Delta.
57. Mike, 57.
To the air again. Goff. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And his guys... got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Now let's stop. Come on. You're fine. You don't need to be baby all day. You be back, baby. Back, baby.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's it. She's a fucking rip one. Might as well. Ain't nothing else happening.
The final act of the first half, Dalton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Value 3. Go.
57. 3 bud. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Check the out. 57.
Here's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform.
And the pressure gets to him again. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Flood, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal.
Check it back.
Another try for Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Gone. Going up top. And got his man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31 on 1st down. Hunt, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Trooper, brother.
57. Mike 57. I got it.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done.
Into a double team, and it's intercept. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety.
Are you fucking kidding me? Animation?
How about that for a
Fuck out of here.
Wow, what a disaster.
He ain't
You
sucking
talk about
someone's
a guy
dick.
making a good play on the interception,
God
and then
damn.
just trying to be too cute on the return.
Then he
It
kicks out
almost
of
felt
him.
like
Whatever.
his own
Garbage as
gyroscope really
fuck.
got out of whack, didn't it?
Stupid ass
Going
animations
backwards
make
into
me
your
hurt a
own
lot
end
of
zone after
bounds.
such a great play.
Fuck out of here.
Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Watch out.
Quickly from Goff to Kupp. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Welcome back now here in London. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. From the gun on third down, Goff. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Rams going for it on 4th. Gone. That's
lucky as fuck. So garbage.
Taken down, but not before
so garbage.
It past the 50. First down,
fucking
Los Angeles there
wow.
with a pickup of 14 yards.
They just ruined the game for me. Fucking do all that, get a pick.
4 times last year he led the Rams on a fourth quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? On first
No, it's a run every time. Same formation.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Aj18's. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space.
There's a lot of bullshit on both sides of the ball. He threw a fucking bobble pick. I threw I get a pick and run out of bounds.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's go. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. This is Aj18's. And down inside the 15 he goes. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
17.
On first down, it's Hunt, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep, tighten up.
This is Grant. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Hey, Cal, 2 for 1.
And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, gone. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And this one is right through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The end result, 21 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. The 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
44.
So now Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's gone. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's back to throw.
Let's go!
Throw away. He's taken down. DJ Reader. In there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Well, this is taken.
Oh my God, no way.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be...
Let's go, baby!
It might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would...